Well, this morning, we know TikTok's CEO is going to testify to Congress to assure them that user data is safe. This comes as the app is facing scrutiny from both Republicans and Democrats on Capitol Hill. TikTok has recently pointed out as well that the app has 150 million users in the U.S. alone, making the prospect of a total ban actually pretty daunting. So joining us to talk about the recent reassurances from TikTok and some of the questions we could hear from lawmakers today, reporter Doug Luzader for us in Washington, D.C. Doug, good to have you here. So what are lawmakers hoping to hear today from TikTok execs?
Well, I think he's going to try to make the argument that TikTok effectively sequesters U.S. data, that there is not this direct pipeline of that data back to the Chinese government, and conversely, that the Chinese government is not capable of changing the algorithms in TikTok for propaganda purposes. I mean, those are really the two big concerns that a number of lawmakers have, but the concerns here are bipartisan, and it's not clear that lawmakers are really going to be to really have those fears set completely at ease today. And at the same time, there's an effort underway to give President Biden more authority to potentially ban TikTok nationally if they can't pressure the company to force a sale to a U.S.-owned entity.
I mean, a ban on TikTok with 150 million users in the U.S., that does sound, I mean, is that even possible?
Well, as far as technically pulling something like that off, it's not clear how that would work. Presumably, they would go to app stores run by Apple and Google and try to lean on them to remove it. It might remain on devices past that. It's just not clear really how that would happen. What is clear is that what the White House is hoping for here is a pressured sale, so they don't have to get to that point. Something else to consider, 150 million users in this country. TikTok, well, I'm sure they have users of all ages. It does skew pretty young.
Yeah.
And what are politicians always looking for? Young voters. So a ban may not go over all that well with prospective constituencies looking ahead to the next election.
That is such a good point. I mean, I didn't even think about, my old self is not on TikTok. We know who is, and they're trying to get those votes, that's for sure. When it comes to what TikTok is trying to do on Capitol Hill, it's boosted its lobbying efforts. I mean, they even had TikTokers at, in the rotunda yesterday making TikTok videos. Is any of that helping at all?
Well, yeah, TikTok's trying to engineer some grassroots lobbying around here. I guess they refer to that as AstroTurf lobbying here, where they are inviting a lot of their creators to come in. And look, they do have a point to make, that there are a lot of people that make money on TikTok, that promote their businesses on TikTok. So a ban would have a big impact on them.
All right, Doug, we'll be watching this, reporting live for us from Washington, D.C. We'll be checking for you in the background of some of those TikTok videos as well.
As long as I'm not in the foreground.
That's true. That's me. Same here. All right. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate it.
Thanks.